Disclaimer: the following video is a review in my opinion and nothing should be taken too seriously. All credit goes to the original creators and others who worked on the game. Please enjoy the video and thank you for watching. Persona 5 Dancing Review by Wolfdog107. So, welcome to my review of Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight. First off, you get multiple different tracks to 32, well, that's including DLC. I think like 28 or 27 if you don't include DLC. And the DLC that I have is the free DLC tracks. But yeah, you get a pretty decent amount to start off with. But one disappointing thing I will have to say is that the tracks aren't really too great. Like, some of them don't really sound great, such as the remix that they have for Life Will Change. It's not too great of a soundtrack to listen to, or music track, because in that remix it doesn't really fit well with the actual lyrics that are going on. And then you could see all these like different songs that are in the menu that you can choose from, and yeah. But then as we move on, you can see that there's the different menus and all that you can go through to change the characters that are on the screen as your partners. You can also change different accessories and such. It's a pretty nice little system that you can use, and once you set the specific outfit and accessories that you want your character to wear, then you'll see them wearing it during the dance video while you're playing the game. And it's a neat little feature, and to unlock these outfits and accessories, you have to complete multiple different social events in the game, which are cutscenes in the game that let you talk to specific characters about specific topics. And it'll go over the story a little bit and reference some other stuff in the Persona series. And some cutscenes in the social events will mention or reference games like Persona 4 or Persona 3. In fact, there's a moment where Futaba mentions Rise Kujikawa from Persona 4 Golden. And then there's also a reference to Makoto Yuki from Persona 3, where Mona and Futaba are asking you what the other presidents in the Velvet Room feels like to you, because they begin to realize there is another guest in the Velvet Room, but under the in command of the elder sister of the Velvet Twins in the Velvet Room, just in a different area. And it has you give a response to Futaba and Mona, saying whether who it could be, like the main leader of that group of guests. And there is an answer that says a pistol-wielding thug, and obviously that references Makoto Yuki from Persona 3. And if you don't know, Persona 3 dancing is also a thing. So basically, it's just a straight reference to that. But I don't want to ruin all the references for you, but there are some pretty nice little references in the social events. But back to the accessories. Here you can see me customizing the different accessories on the character. And you can see that I have different things that I can use, contacts and wigs and all that. And it's a little difficult to unlock accessories and outfits because you have to keep on grinding through the game over and over, getting better combos, getting the King Crazies, and all that, just to unlock the social events. Sometimes they'll have you just get like a total score amount for your total playthrough so far, which is just the basic general number that you'll always have no matter what, and it will always keep going up. That's the number that they want you to keep up sometimes in order to reach a specific point in the social events to unlock another. And here in the song, you can see that I'm playing through, and the notes look pretty interesting. You got the stars for your tapping buttons. You got the scratches as those giant circles where you can control them with the analog sticks, L1 and R1, and the touchpad. Other than regular tapping buttons, you can just use the buttons that you can see on the screen. Triangle, circle, X, down, left, and up on D-pad. And then you get the holding buttons where you have to hold one of those specific buttons down until the given time. And then universal buttons, which are when you have to press two buttons at the same time, like such as with up on D-pad and triangle, and then left on D-pad and circle. And then you get the fever scratches, which are basically the same kind of scratching circle. It's just that you have to get them, and once you get them, they give you an extra boost to the gauge meter, which will give you a fever boost and boost up your fever meter, and you'll be able to get the fever mode and get more points that way. And as you progress in this song, you can get a good feel of the notes and how they play through the song, and see how they go in a pattern. And as you can see, fever mode goes up, and what's interesting about fever mode is that it not only showcases another partner or character on the screen with the main character dancing along to the song and as they dance, but you can see the different designs that they have in the background next to the button prompts and on the floor in the area that the two characters are dancing in. The designs that I'm talking about are like the stars that were just lighting up, the floor going crazy with all the disco lights and all that, as well as the walls in the background. And it's a really cool feature that they, or piece of detail that they added. And the most of the tracks have very good note timings that actually have good notes that match up with the beats of the songs, but sometimes it does fall a little short. But some of the remixes obviously aren't too good. If you've played this game and already know what all the songs are, you already know which remixes aren't that good, such as the one for Rivers in the Desert. That one's not too great, although I do like it, but it's not the best. And plus, I do not like the one for Life Will Change. That remix is not great either.
Let's go.
But the one for Willpower is a pretty decent remix.
I won't lower my guard.
This one for Winds of Fate is okay, but it's not the best. And nor do I like the Wake Up, Get Up, Get Out There remix. Because, yeah, the remixes aren't too great, to be honest. I'd say that the backgrounds and designs for everything in the game when you're playing this song, such as in this background, you're in like a casino, Makoto is dancing to the song, and it's a pretty cool background. And I just like all the different backgrounds that they have, as well as the designs for them. And you can see the slot machines running, you can see the plants, the stairs, the chairs, and all the lights. And, yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. And then you can see that here in this clip I have some modifiers on, which in the game, modifiers, you get to have multiple different kinds of. In fact, 3 main types. You get support modifiers, challenge modifiers, and miscellaneous modifiers. Miscellaneous, aka etc. modifiers. The basic ones, which are the miscellaneous, are just random ones that you'll just easily unlock throughout the game. In fact, you already have like 2 right away. And I think there's like up to 3 or 4 of them, of the miscellaneous modifiers. Challenge modifiers, there's a total of 11 of them, I think, unless there's 12, but I think there's 11. And for support modifiers, I don't remember the exact number. But some of the modifiers that you can have for challenge modifiers are ones like where some of the notes on the screen will waver around like you can see in this clip. You can also get ones where the notes will fade in, notes that will fade out. You can have mirrored notes, notes that will be completely invisible, which is just insane. And as if the scratches that I mentioned, you can also have a modifier where if you miss a scratch icon and you don't use the touchpad or whatever at the right time to get the scratch note, then it will count as a miss. Because in the game, if you don't have that modifier on, scratches will never count as a miss. And if you have that on and you try to go for it, it will add a better score to your playthrough of the track. So it's a really interesting system with the modifiers. I'll give it that. Same thing for the other 2 games, so it's really nothing special for this game exclusively because it's in the other games. But the outfits are pretty cool. The outfits for the characters. But
Thank you, everyone.
I also like the results screen here because it looks pretty interesting. And I don't know, just looks pretty cool. But yeah, the support modifiers, you can also have like ones where the fever meter will never it'll always fill up no matter what you do. Basically, it can just automatically fill up. You can also make it where no matter how many times you miss a note, the song will not cancel out and turn into a game over. You can also do others, such as using any button to activate a note, which is pretty cool. But I mean, if you're gonna go fucking crazy, try not to use it. But yeah, so the modifier system is pretty interesting. I'll give it that. Other than most miscellaneous, you can get ones where it'll affect the speed of the notes from 1 to 7. And then you get ones where it'll have a specific difficulty for the fever meter only, where it will require a specific amount of points from the notes to go towards the fever meter and how much it will fill it up. Easy being the smallest amount of points, normal being the a little bit more than easy, hard being a little bit more than easy normal, and then yeah, you can also have the all night difficulty for the fever meter modifier, where it'll just take up a huge amount of points to boost up the fever meter itself, using the points from the notes. And yeah, I thought it was a pretty interesting system as well. But again, as I already mentioned, this features is in the other games as well. But here you can see that I'm just playing as one of the DLC tracks, and you got 2 characters on screen, Mitsuru and the other guy that's on screen. I don't remember his name. But this is one of my favorite songs though from Persona 3 Dancing, which you can obviously play in Persona 5 Dancing. And the songs are really great. mainly the DLC ones that you get for free, they're more better, I'd say, than some of the remixes already in the game without DLC. Which is kind of disappointing, you know? But, yeah. This game is, pretty fun. You find yourself having a lot of fun in it, no doubt. It's just that sometimes when you're listening to a track while you're playing, you'll feel a little, like, odd, or, like you'll get the sense that the sound isn't really on point sometimes, or like the remix notes or whatever in the music aren't really that good, and they don't match up with the lyrics. Like I mentioned with Life Will Change remix by the Meguro Atlas remix for Life Will Change. That remix doesn't go well with the lyrics in the actual song. The song is just fine, it's just how when you add the remixes, they don't sound too great. Like, seriously. Like, individually, the remixes can sound cool, but when you put the actual songs in there, it doesn't really work. Like, the remixes and individual songs don't mix well at all.
It's a bit of a mess in here,
But moving aside from that, you also get like the social events, as I mentioned before, and you get a total of 8 of them. But at first, you have to unlock a set of 5 social events for each character. Now, once you finish social event 5 for any character, then you'll unlock social event 6, and then you can continue to unlock 7 and then 8. What's different about 6, 7, and 8 is that you actually get to talk to that character in their room, like I am with On and Haru here. And you can talk to them about the same topics and everything that you guys are talking about. But what's different is that you'll see here in a second that or in a bit, that if you like talk to them and then the event finishes, you'll actually be able to walk around in the room and see what it looks like. Because in the Persona 5 game, you never really got to see what anyone else's room looked like besides Yusuke's and your own. And I thought it was a really cool feature to actually see the characters' rooms, which is also another feature that you can have in the other 2 games, not just this game, as I should mention again. But
in the end, she helped me clean up and fold them all.
Once the event finishes, you'll be walking around in the room, like I said, and you'll have to find like these different cards that the Velvet Twins have been leaving lying around for you to look for. And when you find one, it'll say that you'll get a reward for finding it. And that reward could be a modifier, an accessory, or an outfit.
I feel a little awkward having other people
and it was really cool to find those, and it was a pain in the ass too, because sometimes you'll think it'll be one spot, but really it was like on the windowsill or under the bed when you were looking like right behind right behind a mirror or like under a chair or something, and it will just turn out to be in a different spot. But it was really cool. But not only do you get that card reward, you also get a default reward just for like just when you leave the room once you're done searching for the card. So you basically get 2 rewards in one. And I thought that was pretty cool. But the only rewards that you get during those social events where you have to find the cards is the outfits, modifiers, and accessories that I just mentioned. So yeah. But earlier I was doing one of those social events and it took me like 30 fucking minutes just to do it. Actually no, I think more than that. Yeah, like 42 minutes just for me to find one of the fucking cards. But yeah. And as you can see in this clip, I'm searching everywhere. I'm like, where's the fucking card? And like, and yeah, I was just searching for the card. And as I was searching for it, I was looking everywhere and everywhere. And then I just could barely even find it, but I didn't want to give up because I wanted that reward. So I could continue with the social events and with the songs, so I could keep unlocking the social events over and over. But what's hectic about the social events is that it takes a little too long just to unlock some of them. Like some of the later ones. Like, currently I still haven't unlocked all of them for Makoto and Futaba. I got them for all of the other characters. And then you got the like all the other social events, like most of them are pretty difficult, to be honest. Like later on, once you've been grinding the game for a bit, then you'll get to the feeling that it's getting really hectic to unlock all of them. And I feel that kind of took away from the experience, but not too much. But yeah, as you can see, I find the card here, and I was like, it was right there in front of my fucking eyes. Are you kidding me? And I passed that thing like 5 times, and I never even freaking saw it. And as you read the card, like in that text box that shows, you can see that the twins will be discussing different things about how you found the card and what they were expecting if you didn't. Like, one of them said that it'd be a pain in the ass if he gave up and went crying. I thought that was a pretty funny note that they put in there. But yeah, and as you can see, I'll be getting 2 rewards in one. So I get the sunglasses accessory 2 for the 70s, and then maid uniform, stuff like that. And as you can see, I have all these social events already unlocked beforehand, because I had already been grinding the game before. Just as I was, like, when I was streaming the game at first, when it first launched, that's when I was unlocking those social events. And what I really like about this game is just the fun it has. Because when you're playing any music track whatsoever, no matter how bad the remix is, or like no matter what the timing is or the patterns of the notes on the screen, you can feel a great sense of fun in this game. Same thing for the other 2. But this game it felt really fun. If you're looking for like a good rhythm game, I'd say this one is up your alley. If you're looking for like a rhythm game but with a story, you're not gonna get that here. Not even with Persona 3 dancing either. So the story, yeah, there's no story in Persona 5 or 3 dancing. There's only a story in Persona 4 dancing, which is actually a pretty decent story, I'd say, from what I've listened to and read. But I haven't played it that much. I've only played through the songs. I haven't actually listened to the characters talk, like through the story and all that. But going back to like the outfits and accessories, they all seem pretty cool, such as the ball stage outfits for each character. They seem to have their own unique tone to them on how the character would feel. Or like it had a sense of their own personality in it. And each ball stage outfit individually for each character. And it was pretty cool. And then you also get some pretty funny accessories, such as the Tanaka mask and the Jericho mask, which will just cover the character's head completely. You can also get a gold Tanaka mask, which is pretty funny. Yeah. It's a pretty fun game, I'd say. And if you're just looking for some fun, you're gonna get it here. If you want like this game really bad, I do recommend it. It's just that I don't recommend it at like $60 or whatever, because I got the Endless Night Collection, so I paid $50 for P5D and then $50 for P3. And yeah, I wouldn't say the games are worth $50, definitely not. More so $20 or $25. That's about it. But yeah, I would wait for the games to go on sale if I were you. But Persona 4 Dancing I got for free through the download code just for getting the Endless Night Collection. And that was pretty much it. And yeah, as you can see here, I'm just running through one of the tracks again. And this time it's a Yaldabaoth, which is one of my favorites. In fact, my most favorite, I'm gonna have to say. The only song that's close to beating this song, if I had to pick between this one and the other, then it would have to be the bullshit Tokura. The fuck, let me look this shit up. I can't even remember it, man. Let me look it up real quick. Bullshit no Tokura. I think that's what it is. Hold up, I'm looking this shit up. I can't remember it. But yeah, if I had to pick between Yaldabaoth and the other, then Helshito Bokurato would have to be one of my favorites, especially the remix for it. But I like the original better. But I do like Yaldabaoth more because it has that more climax feel to it when the notes or the beat of the music goes higher and higher with the guitar and all of the other instruments. So I'd say Yaldabaoth is better, but Hoshito Bokurato is second place because those two songs are my most favorites in all of the Persona 5 history. Because man, whew, those songs, man, are fire. Whew. But yeah, I had a blast playing this game as well as the other two. It's just I haven't gotten to the other two lately because I've just been busy playing other games, school, doing all of the manga reviews, the Fatal Bullet review, which was a pain in the ass, and just reading manga and all that. And speaking of manga reviews, I will be doing another one of Netsudo Trap and After Hours. I still have to get the Battle Angel Alita. But the manga review for Black Torch will also be coming up, but as number 13. But I want Battle Angel Alita Deluxe Edition Volume 1 to be number 12 for the manga reviews. But yeah. Yeah, this game was pretty fun, I'd say. I really enjoyed my time with it. And I do think that most of the music is good. It's just that some of the songs, or mainly the remixes, don't really fit well with the actual tones of the songs. Such as the remix for Life Will Change, as I mentioned earlier. But yeah, you can see like all the different characters dancing the night away with each other together in these different songs and these different stages and all that, and it's pretty cool. I really like how the music was done though, with the note timings, because when you get a perfect rating on a note and you had a good timing with it on the song, it would match up so perfectly. It would be like, yo, that was perfect. And I would get that feeling every time I hit a note, whether it was either great or perfect rating. I would always get that feeling like they timed the notes really well with the beat of the song. And I also like all of the background art and designs that they went with whenever you would hit fever mode. Because when you hit fever mode, all of the colors dance around in the background of the stage, in the background next to the button prompts, and on the floor of the stage where the characters are dancing. And then at the end of a song, you either get just an ending fading out screen with the character posing in some way. But I really like this game a lot. But I wouldn't say it's the best, obviously. It does have some issues, such as the remixes, and then the little bit of a grinding for the social events, which take a little too long, and then the story, which isn't really anything special, to be honest. It's just like, hey, you're here in this dream world, I want you to dance for me, pull off a great show, kick my old little sister's ass. And yeah, that's basically a story. But I do like some of the social events where you're talking to some of the characters and they have some pretty funny interactions with each other, like such as Mono-chan here talking to Haru, and he has those faces where his eyes go completely white, or he's blushing, and then his eyes turn into yellow diamonds. It's pretty funny. But I really like the expressions on the characters' faces in these cutscenes, because it really well expressed how they looked. Same thing goes for the other two games as well. But yeah. This game was decent. I guess basically what you would expect. You maybe get a little less than what you would expect, but you definitely wouldn't get anything more than what you'd expect with this game. But yeah. I thought this game overall was done pretty decently, and if you're that kind of person where you don't want to listen to the English voices but you want to listen to Japanese voices, there's that as well. And yeah, all the voices in general sound really great. And here you're gonna see me trying to look for the damn freaking card, and you'll see where it is. But once you go through the room 2 times, then the 3rd time when you're looking for the card in that same room, you'll just get a feeling of where exactly it is, because you've been through that room more than once already, and you'll get a feel of where the card could be pretty easily too, and pretty fast, I mean. Which happened to me on my 3rd try for each room. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Other than all that I mentioned, the game was pretty good. 7 out of 10. Sadly, I wish I could rate it more, but I just can't. I could rate Persona 4 Golden more, or Persona 4 Dancing more, sorry. But I could give Persona 4 Dancing a 8 or 9 out of 10 because of its story and its better, well thought out concept than Persona 3 Dancing and Persona 5 Dancing. But another thing I'd like to touch on is the stupid fact that they made 3 separate season passes. One of them is $25, one of them is $20, and then the other's $20. The 2 that are $20 are the season pass for the accessories, and then the one for the costumes, and then the one that's $25 is the one for the music tracks, aka the songs in the game, as DLC. Which I really don't like. I kind of wish that they didn't do that, but I guess I understand since they were running out of time. But then again, they released the tracks on DLC passes right when the game's launched. So it's like they could have had time to put them in, but I guess they didn't. Maybe halfway through they were like, we can't really fit all the songs in. Let's just go ahead and make like a digital format file or some shit and put them in a random fucking file folder or some shit, and then put them on PlayStation Store right at release. Because I don't want to put all of the songs in the game like that. No, I want to do it my way, fucker. That's how we do it around here. That's how EA works nowadays. Yeah, fuck you. But yeah, yeah, I just don't like the fact that they did that with the DLC. Which some of the free DLC songs I've gotten, which all of them are pretty good. But yes, I found the card right fucking there when I was looking everywhere. But yeah, I don't like the fact of what they did with the DLC. But yeah. The DLC is the ones I have are pretty good, and they're better than some of the songs already in game, which you don't really want for your game. You want all songs to be equally good, not just one of them better than the other. Like if we're talking about base songs in the game, than DLC songs, you don't want the DLC songs better to be. You don't want the DLC songs to be better than the songs already in the game to begin with. And that's exactly what happened with Persona 5 Dancing. Is that some of the songs in DLC are better than the original. So here you also get the collection, where you can also view different outfits and accessories for each character. And I like this feature because you can see like how far you've gotten, or like what the different outfits look like if you haven't used them yet and you want to see them. You're just not ready to play a song yet, or you have to go to bed right away, but you want to see what they look like really quick. And here you'll see me just dressing Joker up like a ridiculous mofo. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the some of the features in the game, including this one. And then you can see like you got all the different accessories like the rosy cheeks, headdress, glasses, the long nose glasses, which I end up equipping, just make Joker a little more funky. I also give him some fairy wings. I give him some aqua contacts, and then I give him a purple wig. Now you see, this is how you make a character, man. This is how you make a custom fucking character. Take note, Fatal Bullet. But yeah, yeah, it's kind of funny. I like it because you can just make the characters look all funny and everything. And yeah, you did see a VR icon, but that VR icon means like you can go to like any character's room or whatever, like in that one character's room that you selected in the collection, and yeah, you can view the room, but that's it. Not much for VR. But take a listen to these sound tests.
This is a test. How's this?
Hey, can you hear me?
This is a mic test. How's that?
Brilliant!
So I could have done without this track, or music video, I mean. The one for Last Surprise, like the actual sound, or I mean song. Yeah, this one is a little too fanservicey for my taste. And a lot of people would agree with me. This music video for this track is a little too fanservicey. Just by judging as the artwork takes it as far as to put on screen on full blast, and yeah, just looking at the artwork for it, you can already tell it's gonna be fanservicey, and I personally could have done without it. They didn't need to go out and make a fanservice music track for this game. I mean, I get why they did it, but at the same time, you didn't need to do it, Atlas. You've got a whole bunch of fans in fan groups of the game and the other games in the series, and multiple other types of fans that could have done this thing themselves. Like, there's people out there that do this themselves. They make these kinds of artworks and music videos and everything. And just looking at it, like, it makes you feel like you don't want to focus on the music video, rather this time you want to actually focus on the notes, even though that's what you're supposed to do the whole game when you're playing a song. And during some of the music videos, you do want to watch the characters dance and everything, because the backgrounds are really interesting and everything, but this time you just don't really feel like it, especially if you're not that kind of a fan service person. And yeah, I just found this one in particular too much. Yeah. Yeah, I could have done without this one. Yeah, the characters in particular were pretty interesting in the game, but overall the whole game was pretty fun, I'd say, for the most part. And I remember some things I want to talk about, but then I forget what I want to say in particular. But this game was pretty fun, but I wouldn't recommend it at full price, $60, obviously. Overall, decent game, exactly what you would expect, maybe a little bit less, but definitely nothing more than that. But this track in particular, too much fan service. The rest of the tracks are just fine, except for some of the remixes, especially for the one for Life Will Change and Rivers in the Desert. Those two in particular aren't really that great, because they don't really go with their songs that well. But yeah. Next video won't be a review, most likely it's something different. But the next review video will be a video game review of Ace Combat 7, which I finished recently, like within a week and a day since it came out, and it was a really good story, really good game, lots of different aircraft to choose from in that game. But the reason why in the beginning of this review I have the screenshots of that plane in Ace Combat 7 with the disclaimer stuff and all that, that's, well, I just put it in there because I had to get something on there to put the disclaimer on. Otherwise, I wouldn't really do like a whole other kind of background for that disclaimer section. But yeah, Ace Combat 7 will be the next video game review. I also want to work on a another like channel montage, just like the other one that I put up the other time. And yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, and there will be another voice clip after this clip here, so yeah, enjoy.
Burn this performance into your mind. Well, I'll give it a shot. Don't lose. That's it. How's that?
Continue performing.
Okay. That's it. All right, break a leg.
Yeah, give it your all.
How's that? Now, it's my time.
You look festive.
That's it. How's that?
Yeah, that's it.
Don't hold anything back. Well, this is me. Yes, this feels great. Time for the highlights. You really bug me. Get out of my sight. A good showing from a worthy rival. This is fun, right? Fun! I see. I can't lose to you. What? Just what are you, damn it? I caught a glimpse of the difference between us. I won't lose. If I ever lost, that was fun. Thanks.
Brilliant!
I'm still really worked up. I could get used to this.
Even good at dancing, huh?
Attention, tick tock, look at the time. Gradation, colors fill the skyline. And their glow, not long until night falls. Say hello, the voice of twilight calls the soul. Galero la cadena to the window. Cada toque de what you voila. Traveler, hop step from light to dark. Together, in sync we shall embark. Loosen up, life is a fun little game. Hey, head up, not one single day the same. So
Brilliant!
So I hope you guys enjoyed those clips of some gameplay, and yeah, by this time in the video you've reached the end of the review, and remember that all credit in the game goes to the company and the people who worked on the game, not me. And yeah, and here's some small little screenshots that I took of the game that I hope you guys enjoy looking at. There was also one clip that I wanted to add in at the last minute, which I did. Just as of recording it, I haven't added it yet, but I will add it once I'm done recording this voiceover. But I do hope you guys enjoyed the review, and yeah, 7.2 out of 10, and yeah, Wolf Dog out.